What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SATS show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Let's go, everybody. I'm so stoked. Round of applause from the live studio audience. From McLovin. What up, McLovin? Thanks for jumping on here. First comment of the day. Welcome. If you're new to the show and I haven't given you 1,000 sats yet, today's the day. Subscribe and comment in the chat after a minute, and I'll know that you are ready for your 1,000 sats. I'll send them to you live during the show over the Lightning Network because it's awesome, and I think you guys should understand how it works. What up, Leonard? Let's go. Leonard in the house. Love it. So today we're gonna talk about rules without rulers, and yeah, that's gonna be the main topic during the Why We Stack segment. I'm new today. Nice, Leonard. I dig it. That's so funny. Cool. So, first order of business: Bitcoin has dropped in price, and that just means that Bitcoin's going to zero. Sell all your Bitcoin. Psych. Just kidding. Don't sell all your Bitcoin. I'm kidding. It's not financial advice, but when Bitcoin drops in price, it's usually a good buying opportunity. Okay. Who knows when we'll see $26,000 Bitcoin? Okay. Who knows, right? Could this be the last time we see the price of Bitcoin at 26,000? Could it drop to 20,000? I don't care if it drops, how low it drops. I'm still going to continue buying it at a constant pace. So my schedule is Monday through Friday. I buy at least $10 worth of Bitcoin. If the price of Bitcoin is below my average buy price, and I buy twice as much. And if it ever gets below our all-time lowest purchase on the show, which is like 25,000, then we'll buy 4 times as much. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But the idea here is that you want your Bitcoin stack to continue to increase. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit more about that during the Why We Stack segment or the Q&A segment. But for now, let's jump into the first segment of the show, which is SATS Strength. Today, as we said earlier, the price of Bitcoin is $26,035, and you could buy 3,841 satoshis for a single dollar, right? It's a good deal, pretty good deal. So, that being said, let's say you're walking down the street, minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, pick it up, and all the day you could have 38.41 satoshis at the current price of Bitcoin. 1 penny can buy you 38.41 sats. What up, Carl? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Carl. Let's go. Hey, thanks for hitting the like, guys. Thanks for stacking the likes. All-time high. Carl, is that a question? Yes, Carl. We're going. Cool. So that was the SATS Strength segment. Now we're going to jump into Why We Stack. This is just a little opportunity for me to share a little bit of knowledge with you regarding Bitcoin, and what an amazing technology it is, and how awesome it is, and what a great opportunity we have at this time to know that Bitcoin exists and to know what it is, and to be able to buy some of it, right? To own something that is the scarcest thing that's ever existed in humanity's history, right? It's an asset you can own free and clear without any recurring charges like taxes and rent and all that stuff, right? You actually outright own it, right? And one of the most important things about Bitcoin is rules without rulers. It's a phrase coined by an awesome Bitcoin. I'm gonna call him a Bitcoin, just like a Bitcoin superstar dude. He knows about Bitcoin. He's known about Bitcoin since for a long time, and he's gone out of his way to let people understand what it's about. His name is, I think it's Anton Antonopoulos. We have links to his videos in our Discord server. But rules without rulers, we're gonna go a little bit deep into that and talk about what that means. When in the current dollar system, right, the $30 system, whoever has the most of these, whoever has the most dollars, gets to make the rules, right? The closer you are, whoever has the most money gets to determine who goes into office, right? Via support and super PACs and whatever you want to call it. And you think it's really Democrats or Republicans controlling the government? No, it's not. It's the big companies with big money. Okay? The more dollars you accumulate, the more power you have, the more access to the rule book, the more edits to the rule book you can make, right? And so Bitcoin, where Bitcoin comes in, is that even if you're holding one SAT or you're holding 100 Bitcoin, neither of you can make a change to the actual code. So it doesn't matter how much Bitcoin you accumulate, you are even with everybody else in the Bitcoin network, because no matter how much coin you accumulate, it doesn't mean that you have somehow control over the network. You don't. Nobody controls the network, right? We have the rule set, which is encoded in the way the network works. It's computer language, it's computer code, and that can't be messed with. No matter how much Bitcoin you accumulate, you won't be able to change the rules of Bitcoin. That's what we say. Rules, monetary policy, without the rulers, right? We're trying to separate the money from the government, because the government is shown to us time and time again that they're not wielding that power responsibly. And who would? It's a very seductive power to have, right? To be able to print money out of thin air, right? To fund whatever you need to fund, whatever you think you need to fund, without taking those ideas, without taking those projects to the voters, right? And asking us, okay, do you guys want to go to this war? Okay, do you guys want to build this thing? Okay, do you guys want to invest? Do you guys want to sell bonds to allocate future prosperity for the projects of today, right? And with inflation, they don't have to ask us, right? We vote, right? Every 2 years or 4 years, we vote. But what's really happening? It's just a shell game. It doesn't matter. They're both going to spend, Republicans and Democrats, or whoever ends up in office. As long as they have the money printer, they're going to continue to spend, right? And in order for them to continue to spend, they got to keep printing the money, right? And when they print the money, the value of the portion of the money that you're holding becomes less. So it's called debasement, right? They're diluting your purchasing power every single day, right? And that's how we stack Bitcoin, because when we work for a living to make some income, we have the right, we have the right to preserve that wealth, to preserve that life force that you exchanged for that currency, right? And be able to save that to buy something down the road that you might want, or to inherit it to your descendants, right? But as long as you're saving it in the dollar, it's getting diluted daily, right? It's becoming less and less over time, right? So so much so that in the span of like 5 years, is it 5 years? Yeah, in about 5 years, at the current inflation, whatever you're saving is going to be worth about half. So the purchasing power, it'll still be the same amount of money, but the purchasing power will be able to buy about half as much as it is today in 5 years, right? So it's super important to understand that concept, and that's one of the reasons why we stack in Bitcoin, is because it's the closest thing we've ever had to like a guarantee that nobody's gonna mess with your savings, nobody's gonna mess with your money. They can't change the rules on you, right? And even if the government decides to ban it or whatever, they can't actually take it down. They can't change it as hard as they could try. So it is a great place to store your wealth, and the potential upside is so ridiculous that I would say the probability of it going to zero is a lot less than the probability of it going to 1 million, right? Just based on what's happened so far, right? Anyway, with that said, the halving's coming up, and regardless of whether this ETF gets approved or not, the halving is still going to happen. So you have that at least as far as the shrinking of the supply of the available supply, which should trigger a rise in price, right? But remember, the whole point is not to buy it, wait for it to go up, and then sell it. The whole point is to keep it and hang on to it, right? Because it's going to be like, you wouldn't want to sell your Bitcoin for the depreciating dollar, right? You wouldn't want to sell it back into dollar. That'd be the wrong way to go about it, right? That's why we try to stack as much as we can with money that you won't need. Let's say like in the next, my original thesis was in the next 6 months, but I've been reading up and stuff, and it's just say maybe like money you don't need in the next, like, I don't know, 4 years to 8 years. If you can save in Bitcoin for about 8 years and get through 2 halvings, then that's when you really see the significant change in your holdings, right? So for me, this will be my I started messing with Bitcoin like at the top, and at this last top when I was like around 67,000, and now we're at 25,000, 26,000. And so like I came in like at the worst time, but I'm still stacking, and once this thing pops off, I'll be through my first full cycle, right? Which is from top down and then back up to the bull run. So after that, I have another cycle to go. It's another 4 years before I can consider myself a real Bitcoiner. Okay, you got to make it through those bear markets, and the bear markets are the best time to accumulate, to build your stack, right? And then you'll be that guy that people talk about bought Bitcoin. Today we talk about the guy that bought Bitcoin when it was like $1,000, when it was like $100, right? And you'll be the guy they talk about in 8 years or 10 years that bought Bitcoin when it was 25,000 or 26,000 or 30,000 even, right? It's wild. It's wild. And who knows what the price of Bitcoin will be by then. But anyways, it'll be worth remarking on that you got your Bitcoin at close to 30,000. Okay. All right. So that is the Why We Stack segment. If you guys have any questions, please do leave them in the chat. Again, if you're new to the show and it's your first time watching and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. After you've been subscribed for a minute, you'll be able to chat. Say hello in the chat, and I will send you today 1,000 sats over the Lightning Network. It takes a couple seconds, and it's a cool thing to do. US dollar to buy pizza. Yeah, use dollars to buy pizza, not your BTC. Exactly. And I'm going to probably regret giving away 1,000 sats. In 20 years, I'll be like, dang, 1,000 sats. I wonder how much 1,000 sats will be worth in 20 years, dude. If I'm even alive in 20 years, I might regret it. But hey, whoever got those sats for me and held on to those sats and passed them on to whoever they passed them on to, you're welcome. All right. Hopefully they get you started. Okay. So let's jump in to our stack for the show, because on the show, like I said before, we buy Bitcoin. We don't just talk about stacking Bitcoin. We actually stack Bitcoin. So let's jump in to the stack recap and figure out where our position is. Stack recap. Okay, we're going to go over what our current position is for the show. We started stacking Bitcoin on the show back in, what's it? May? 22nd, and we've been stacking ever since. 5 days a week. On weeks where I didn't do the show, I still stacked. So we've upped our stack from $5 a day to $10 a day. And right now, since the price of Bitcoin is well above our average buy price, today we're gonna do what we like to call a double stack. Let's go. A little double stack action. Okay. Yes. Look at this big red gain and loss button. It turns red when we're at a loss. Captain Dan, what's up? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Captain Dan. Yeah, so today we're at close to minus 10%, right? What'd you say minus 10%? Whatever. We're at minus 10%. Does that mean that we lost 10% of our value? Does that mean that we lost 10% of our value? No. We've only lost 10% if we sold our SATS at the current price. And we don't plan on selling, so this number doesn't matter. Okay? It's just there to make the chart look cool. Okay, here's what we spent on it: $703.92. It's currently worth $639.61. So we're 10% down. Okay? Would now be a good time to sell? No, don't sell. And if you need to sell, wait for it to go back above where you bought it, right? That's why we say you don't want to invest money into Bitcoin that you need in the next, we'll say 6 months to a year to 8 years or 4 years if you want to go hardcore and go for the 2-cycle policy. Okay? All right, today we're going to do $20. So let's do what we came to do, guys. It's time to stack. It's time to stack some SATS. Alright, we're going to use Swan Bitcoin or Swan.com. It's been giving me issues. So let's see if we can stack today without any problems. I even saw a warning that the stacking isn't working with me. Let's see if it works. That is, we're stacking $20 worth of Bitcoin for the show today. Let me get a little preview before I dox myself and show you guys my account information. Here, preview. Copy, slide it down a little bit. Okay, bring it back. All right, we're getting ready to stack. Today is episode 56. Episode 56. And we're stack. We're about to stack. Here we go. Cut the music and drum roll, please. Will it work? Will it work? Dan, I like bacon and pineapple pizza. Oh my gosh. McLovin and Captain Dan are now nemesis because McLovin, we have an ongoing joke. Oh, I hit it too soon. Hit it too soon, but it worked. We stacked the Swan. It actually went pretty smooth. It's not bad. So now with that, let's turn on the chill music while we update our spreadsheet and talk about why some people believe that pineapple on a pizza should be a crime. And some people believe pineapple on a pizza is amazing. Okay? I like the pineapple on the pizza, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint you, Captain Dan. But I see. Okay. It doesn't matter if you like pineapple on your pizza or if you don't like pineapple on your pizza. SATS still costs the same, baby. Let's go. You like pineapple on pizza? You don't like pineapple on pizza? It's okay. We all like Bitcoin. Okay? We all like to preserve our wealth, and that's a unifying force right there, right? So, stack SATS, not pineapple on pizza. Okay. Captain Dan, I love it. I like sweet and salty combinations. Oh, nice. Oh, Leonard's also no pineapple. Carl, are you pineapple? Pineapple or no pineapple? That's so funny. All right, I'm gonna update the spreadsheet while you guys talk about, well, if pineapple is good or not on pizza. Do you like pineapple? Oh, I have a question for you guys. Do you like pineapple anything? Like, do you have a problem with pina coladas? Because if you have a problem with pina coladas, then we got a problem. looks like we got it at 26.76. Not bad. It's a pretty good deal. Okay. We bought $20 worth and it cost us 20 cents, but we include the fee in our purchase amount, and that yielded love pineapple on everything else except pizza. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Carl likes pineapple on pizza. Okay, very nice. Do you eat pineapple on anything else, Leonard? 0.123 76699 76699. All right, Low Laid, if you watch the replay, let me know in the chat. Do you like pineapple on pizza or no pineapple on pizza? The world needs to know. Just okay, low pineapple, just not on pizza. That's awesome. That's interesting. Do you guys eat other sweet savory things? Like what's sweet and savory? I like the combination of sweet and savory. Also sweet and spicy. Pineapple's not supposed to be hot. Pineapple is not supposed to be hot. I've seen pineapple on I've seen grilled pineapple on burgers, dude. That's pretty good. I like that one. On a spicy burger with a grilled pineapple slice. Ooh. Pretty nice. There it is. Our average buy price keeps coming down. 28,381 down to 28,311. It's pretty good. Pineapple's not supposed to be hot. That's right. Cool. All right. So, checking back at our SAT count. I'm gonna hit myself with the round of applause from the live studio audience and a gong hit because we are at 2.5 million Satoshis. Let's go. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're almost gonna be we're already Satoshi multimillionaires on the show. So congratulations if you've been stacking. Cheer. That's cool to see that number grow. Okay. All right. That's the stack. That's how the cookie crumbles. That's how the stack stacks. Let's jump in. I'm gonna move this over to the Q&A section. There we go. Q&A or random discussion time. What do I have to share with you today? Oh, today, dude. Today I messed up, guys. I went and bought stuff instead of stacking sats. I know. I went and bought things instead of stacking sats today. Well, I stacked sats already, but I also went and bought something. I've never owned a pair of Crocs, right? And I've always avoided them because I've always thought like I had no use for them, right? And recently, well, some of you guys know this, but I like to go spearfishing, right, or free diving, spearfishing. So like we wear your wetsuit, and then you wear like the foot pockets, or like the wetsuit. I guess what do you call them, like socks. And I always end up wearing a hole underneath because it's like because I walk on them all the time, right? And then the last time I went out with Bo, I've been out with Bo a couple of times. One of my friends to go spearfishing, and he wears Crocs. And I was like, oh, it's kind of a good idea to wear Crocs, but I was like, I don't know if I want Crocs just for that, right? And I've been wearing my and then on another note, sorry, same idea, but on a different use. I've been wearing these old Puma sandals. I pretty much wore them through to my jiu-jitsu classes because you want to have your sandals when you get to the mat, and then when you get off the mat, you have to put your sandals right away so you don't step on the floor and get like stuff on the mats where you roll it with your face and stuff. So the policy is whenever you're not on the mat, you have to wear your sandals, right? And it's just inconvenient to put shoes on and take shoes and put them back on. So we wear sandals. And I noticed like a lot of the kids wear Crocs, and it's like, oh, should I get some Crocs? So I decided to finally pull the trigger. I drove with the kids over to the Crocs store, and I bought 3 pairs of Crocs. And in 3 pairs of Crocs, you know how much I spent? Tell me in the chat how much you think I spent in 3 pairs of Crocs. Guess I have to guess. But buy the Crocs, you are saving on not have to buy new dive socks. That's true. I like that. I like that. No, how much I spent for 3 pairs of Crocs, because I ended up buying some for my kids as well. So my 2 kids, we all got Crocs. We got 3 pairs of Crocs. How much do you think we spent on all 3 pairs? $40? Nope. $49? Nope. $50? Nope. You guys are way off. Obviously, you guys haven't bought Crocs in a while. Dude, if you can believe, this Croc was $150. $150 for Crocs. I was genuinely sticker shock, dude. I was sticker shock. And that's including, that's including, I texted this random number and they sent me back this code, and I was on their, and now my number's on their list. They gave me 15% off for doing that, right? And it was still like $150. Like, jeez. And they say inflation is only 4%. Come on. Right, so yeah, that was wild. So it's pretty crazy. Like all I saw was like SATS flying out my wallet. Like, no. Nah, but we need them. And yeah, you're right, Leonard. I would have had to buy another pair of sandals anyway because my sandals were dying, and it's gonna save me on dive socks. That's true. Also, the kids, we've been using these sandals from they were like from their they basically needed them anyway because they're outgrowing them, and I can always take the bigger Crocs and give them to the younger kid, and then buy the older kid new Crocs when they need them. So anyway, but yeah, I would just some slides for half that. Yeah, I have slides, Leonard, but I like having something on my heels so they don't just fly off my feet. Anyway, too much information. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys have any actual Bitcoin questions, just put it in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna keep talking about random stuff. But yeah, that's crazy, right? It's just a little proof. It's a little even me knowing that inflation is happening, and just expecting it. The price was still way more than I was expecting, right? I thought we would get away with maybe $100, you know, tops, but $150. It's wild. It's wild. How much lower will BTC go? Okay. I'm just gonna say this. I think it might tap like 23 or 22,000. I think it might tap it. But in saying that, don't delay your DCA. Oh, don't delay your DCA. Just stay consistent with your schedule. If it does dip down to 22 or 23, just hopefully it coincides with your DCA schedule, right? But don't alter your DCA schedule. Keep your DCA going, and if it does dip, you can always go into the Swan account and do a little extra. You know. But that said, don't stay in the sidelines waiting for it to drop to 22 or 20 or whatever. I think it might go down to 23 or 22. But if it doesn't, I'm still stacking. Right? I'm still stacking. I have my I guess private stack. My private stack going, and I have it. It's still I'm still on the same schedule. Waiting for a lower price can backfire. Yep, exactly, McLevin. So I learned that lesson the hard way. I didn't buy as much as I should have bought when it was like at 15.5, right? I kept thinking it was going to go to 14 or 10, and then I missed it. You know, I didn't get back in until like 20 or something like that, right? So the best time to buy Bitcoin is right now. Well, the best time to buy Bitcoin was yesterday. The second best time to buy Bitcoin is today, is now. Okay? The worst time to buy Bitcoin is never. If you're new to the chat and you're here still watching, hanging out, and I haven't sent you 1,000 sats yet, today is the day. Hit subscribe, and after a minute, YouTube will let you chat. Say hello in the chat and say, hey, where's my 1,000 sats? I will get on my phone. I will send you 1,000 sats over the Lightning Network. If you don't know what the Lightning Network is, I'll explain it to you, and we all win. You get 1,000 sats. I get to talk about the Lightning Network, and people get to hear how it works and become a little bit more knowledgeable on this awesome technology. Okay. Waiting for lower price. Yeah. Sorry. I excuse me. I already read that, but yeah, for sure. That is how one of the main reasons why I decided to just go with the DCA strategy. Because if you're sitting there waiting for the price to drop and it drops for like a minute, right? Where it goes, that's it. And you miss that, right? That's it. Or even worse, if it does a quick drop and then it just punches up higher than it was before where you were waiting, then you definitely miss that original entry and you miss the lower entry, and now you're like trying to buy at a higher price than you would have bought at if you had just bought, right? On top of that, you don't have to deal with waiting for it to happen. You have to worry about missing it. It's a lot of anxiety you don't need to have. You can have your time back and not have another screen set up where you're watching the thing the whole time or checking your phone constantly. You can just go on about your life, right? Just go on about your life, stack your sats. You know that the only price that matters, the only number that matters right now is that your sat count goes up, that the amount of Bitcoin you're holding goes up. That's all that matters. Who cares about the price, right? It's gonna, as long, and we go back to this every show, as long as the government continues to print money, and they will, right? The number of dollars you need to buy the same amount of Bitcoin will continue to go up, right? So think of it that way, okay? Don't think of it as, oh, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin to make dollars. No. You buy Bitcoin to be out of the dollar system, okay? Anyway, on that note, we'll call it a night. DCA, whenever you can. DCA is the way. Experienced investors advocate DCA. Yep, DCA is the way, or as we like to call it, Bitcoin cost average. BCA, bros. BCA. All right, guys. I gave you long enough. If you're watching the stream and you haven't commented yet and you're waiting for your 1,000 sats, I gave you enough time. I've been talking for I'll talk for another minute. Okay. So if you hit subscribe and I didn't get a chance to send you your 1,000 sats, come back tomorrow, subscribe right away, and say something in the chat while the show is happening, and we will stop the show, stop the presses, get you your 1,000 sats, and then continue on with the day. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks, Leonard. Thanks, McLovin. Thanks, Captain Dan, and of course, Carl. Round of applause from the live studio audience for the people who's in the chat. Choo! Let's go. And for all the lurkers, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions at any point, put it in the chat. And you guys have a great night. Remember, stay humble and stack sats. Good night.